Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, and yes, this is the long-awaited Essence Spring Summer 2018 new launch video. I had a couple of requests whether I was going to be doing this video, and as promised, here it is. These products are brand new, they just launched this week, I guess. I placed an order the minute I was able to get my hands on them. And there are definitely a couple of fun things here. So since it's quite a bit, let me just roll around to my bare face and show you some new makeup tools. We've got some couple of very fun things here. So yeah, let's just get started. The first thing that I have for you is the new Essence Prime and Studio HD Hydra Primer Spray with coconut water. So I have a clean face and I just thought that this would be a nice way to sort of start. So we'll see. Let's shake this up. Oh, there's definitely wet drops in there, but it smells really nicely. This reminds me of a sunscreen that I used to have, or maybe a perfume that smelled like sunscreen. It definitely has a nice, very pleasant scent. It is quite wet though, so it definitely, you can feel sort of like the little droplets on your face. It's not a very fine mist. It's drying down pretty okay. Doesn't look too crazy. And then I'm going to do my brows, and I don't really have a lot of Essence brow products, but I had to repurchase this. And this is the Make Me Brow in, what's the shade again? Blondie Brows. And I used one of these up completely because I loved it so much, and I thought I have to repurchase this. Then I'm going to apply foundation, for which I'm going to use an Essence foundation as well. They don't have a new foundation in the current line, but this was released last summer, so this has only been out for about 6 months. And this is the Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow Foundation. And I'm going to apply it to my face with a new product, which I've already wet, because they've come out with a makeup sponge. I think they already had one, but this really intrigued me. It came in this little carton right here. Makeup and baking sponge, that's what it's called. And it's supposedly baking on this side and then just applying your foundation with the rest. To be quite honest, I don't really bake, so I'm not going to use it for that, but I am going to use it to apply my foundation. Okay, so the foundation is on. It's not the quickest sponge I've ever used. I like just using the bottom of a sponge like this. And because of that pale shade, it definitely gets dirty very quickly. But I do like it. It's very firm though, so if you can definitely knock someone out with this, I think. But it does have a nice slip to it. I'm going to have to use a sponge again because I will also be applying concealer. Again, this is a standard Essence product. This is not new by any means. This is the Stay All Day 16-Hour Concealer. So I applied the concealer, which again went well. Applied a bit to my eyes to cancel out any redness I might have there. And then I really enjoyed using this flat side for it. It has a really nice tapered edge as well, so you can really get into here and really sort of blend everything in very nicely. So far so good, but I definitely have to give this more of a roll. Catrice had these. Essence have been doing them for a while. Highlighter sticks. You will see a theme in this entire collection. It's all about the glow, it's all about the iridescence, it's about prismatic, it's about just like Catrice really. And this is the Holo Wow Sparkle Stick in 10 Sparkles in Your Life. And this actually just looks like a champagne colored highlight, but then when you actually apply it, I'm not sure if you can see that swatch right there, it actually has a bit of a shift to it. So it has this peachy pinky shift to it, which I think might be really nice. This does have noticeable sparkle. I do have to say that. When you start blending it out, I'm not sure if you can see that here, but it does have micro glitter in this product. So that has to be your cup of tea. Do you see that? It's very pink when you apply it to the face, so it's definitely a lot more cool toned. Even though in the swatch it looked much more like this peachy shade when I first swatched it, but on my face it's definitely a little bit more cool toned. You can see the shimmer in there a little bit as well, but it's actually nothing too crazy or bothersome. For powder, there is no new powder, but I'm going to be using the Brighten Up Banana Powder that was part of the last launch. They have come out with a different version of this. This now also comes in a peach shade. So if you're a lot darker than me, then definitely look into that. So then we're moving on to some more face products, and they came out with a new highlighter palette. This is the Glow to Go in number 10 Sunkissed Glow. Let me show you what this looks like. Inside it, you have 4 powder highlights. You get a gold, you get a champagne-y, peachy shade, you get this like bronzy brown, and this one is more of a rose gold when I swatched it. So let me just show you real quickly what these look like. So that's what they look like on my fingers. And then when I swatch them, right, so we have those lighter 2 shades here, that's the bronzy shade, and then here you get that rose goldy shade. I think that I'm actually going to be using this super shimmery bronzy shade as my bronzer for the video. But before we use them, I have something else to show you, namely this. Essence has come out with not only a makeup sponge, but also some new brushes. And this is what they look like. This is their new bronzer brush. So I would like to use this with that new bronzer palette or highlighter palette. It's a very soft, fluffy brush. It's not super dense, which is why I think that if I pair these 2 together, I can get away with it. And yeah, I just thought I would give this a whirl. Essence brushes in general, I quite like. Let's apply some bronzer. You know, I was afraid that this would be too much, but I actually quite like the look of this. This brush is really nice. It's super soft. It is a little flimsy, so that means that that product doesn't go on super duper intense. So I think the brush has definitely helped with creating a really nice glow as well. And as you can see, this is definitely a glowy product because that glow on my cheek has only gotten more intense. And that's going to be a theme here, I guess, because I'm now going to be applying a little bit of highlight, and then we're going to apply some glowing blush as well. But the brush definitely has my approval. I think that for a face highlight, I think I want to go in with this like champagne-y shade. Yes, I think this highlight palette is actually pretty nice. So far, I've only tried it once, of course, so I don't know yet. But it's very pretty. I like that glow. It's very, very strong. Now, something I'm a bit apprehensive about is this. They have come out with Glow to Go Luminous Blush Paper. This also comes in a bronzy tone. There are 2 different varieties. This is in the shade You Make Me Blush. So what this is, it's a little envelope. This is the back, and when you open it, it says, hey, hello, my little star. Yeah, that's what it says. And then, what's your glow for today? And then you open it up like this. It has a couple of like transparent sheets just to protect the color from transferring, and this is the product. I know that a lot of, I think in Korea, this kind of blush is a thing. So Essence is definitely trying to do something different here. Ooh, I tore one out. Okay, so I should apply this to the cheek like this, I guess. Oh no! You see that? It's all the way down here. I didn't even mean to apply anything there. Blush brush. Oh no, it's kind of like stuck. Definitely going to have to take my sponge to try and get that away. And it has a lot of silver shimmer to it. It's very sort of icy, pinky, but you have to be very careful. And it's a very intense, like, shimmery, it's got a little bit of pink, but it's mostly like silver shimmer. It's not like super like sparkly, it's definitely more like a metallic sort of shine. But it is intense. It's not very pink at all. I'm not sure what I think of this yet. So we're going to be moving on then to eyes, because this is all of the face products that I have. And for the eyes, again, Essence has some quite a few new products out there. The first thing I'd like to show you are these. These are like NYX Jumbo Sticks. These are the Holo Wow Prisma Jumbo Eye Pencil. And I got it in 2 shades. This blue one is My Little Fairy, and this white one is Midsummer's Dream. And I already swatched these a minute ago. This is that white one, and then this is the blue one. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but they definitely have a flash of a different color to it. Now my problem with these is if you start rubbing these in, they feel really waxy. And what I just experienced as well is, and that's happening now as well, is that these don't really blend out. They just seem very patchy now, and also the color kind of like is lifted off of your hand when you use these. So I'm not sure these are going to be my favorite, and I have many other eye products to show you, so I'm going to skip these for now, but I will definitely be reviewing them in more detail on my blog. Another new line that Essence has come out with, and I've only picked up one item because I wasn't too sure about this. I'm not sure how much I would use this. They've come out with liquid eyeshadows, and the idea of this is that they have a colorful side and a shimmery side. This is a blue one and a sort of silvery green shimmer, and this is called Road Tripping. You just kind of twist it off, and then you get a doe foot applicator, and in here you have a navy, and then, as I mentioned, a sort of greenish tarnished silver color, which is really, really cool. I especially like that shimmer shade. Again, with this, I found when you this shimmery side, when you start blending it, it looks nice and smooth, as you can see. It does, again, seem to blend away a little bit. So again, you have to be very careful when you apply this. But this blue, I'm not sure if you can see that, but that is patchy. That doesn't go on opaque once you start blending. I'm not sure yet how I feel about that as well. I definitely need to have more of a play around with that. Eyeshadow palette wise, they've also come out with some new stuff. They have come out with 4 of these new palettes. This is the Essence in Love with Roses eyeshadow box in Happily Ever After. I believe they also do a mermaid version of this, and like which has like blue shadows, and there's a like neutral brown one. But you know me, I love mauvey, pinky, burgundy shades, and anything that sort of resembles the Naked 3, I'm still a bit of a sucker for, and this definitely reminded me of that. So I will definitely be pulling a few shades for today's eye look from this little palette. Let me swatch this big pink one here, this dark like brownie shade at the top, this shimmer, and let's do this matte here. So those are the shades there. And then when I swatch them for you, this is what they look like. I quite like the pigmentation. There is a little bit of like chalkiness to them though, so I'm afraid that, as with many Essence shadows that I've tried, that these might blend away quite quickly. But then they also came out with the My Only One eyeshadow palette. This massive thing has 22 eyeshadows, which for Essence is really unique, and they also do some very unique shades in here. I don't think Essence has ever come out with yellow, purples, and blues, and sort of like these bright shades at the bottom and your neutrals at the top. I do have to say it's very cool toned. You only get these 3 here that are very warm, a couple here at the top, but other than that, everything is very, very cool toned. So that has to be your cup of tea. And let me swatch a couple of these for you. I'm going to take one from each row. I'm going to take this rosy shade right here. Let's take this like gray shade here. Let's take a purple, because purples are very difficult to do. And then let's do this dark blue here. So that's them. And then you're left with this. I'm not sure about you, but I'm not super impressed. I'm surprised by the purple. This one is very chunky. I think you can smooth it out, and then it's okay. It's a bit of a grayish blue, but it's definitely a lot more muted than what it looks like in the pan. And the other 2 shades, well, all of these shades are quite powdery. I'm going to be pulling a couple of shades from this one together with the other palette, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun after that as well. I think I quite like it. I think they're a little bit soft, so not necessarily something that is at the top of my eyeshadow game, I could say, but they are workable palettes, I think. We're going to truly have some fun because Essence came out with this. And then you're wondering, Micah, what is that? They're just little glass jars. They are. They're glitters. Essence came out with a full line. I think there are 12. I think there are 12, maybe 15 different shades of glitters, loose pigments. And I went with a couple of glitters. This is Holo White Out, and it's like a white with purple blue sparkle to it. I bought this really chunky one, which is called Chameleon. And then this is in the shade Mermaid. There's nothing to cover the jar on the inside, so when I opened this up when I first got it, the lid was filled with glitter and it all fell all over it. And as you can see right there, it is very, very messy. To help you with applying these, Essence has thought of everything this time. They've also come up with brushes. These are the Silly Helpers. And silly has nothing to do with being silly, but these are silicone sponge tip applicators that should be able to help you with applying glitter. So I'm going to be using one of these brushes, I think the bigger one, for applying the glitter glue, and then I'm going to use this small one to apply the glitter. I think that for a glitter, it is a little chunky. It's not the finest glitter I've ever seen. This applicator is really nice for applying glitter glue. And then I'm going to take my little Silly Helper, stick it in there, scoop up a little bit, and then what's left on here, I'm going to press onto my lid. Then for mascara, can you believe I've never tried this? I've never actually tried the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. And this is the one that everybody raves about. I tried the purple one and hated it because it was a little bit too gloopy for my taste. But I think that this might be a nice one. I can definitely see why people rave about this mascara. It's actually really nice. It gives a good amount of length. I do feel it doesn't really do much for like pushing my lashes up and really giving them a little bit more volume, but I don't think it's going to be my all-time favorite mascara. I apologize for this bright sunlight all of a sudden. The sun has been going in and out all afternoon, so it's making it a little bit harder to film well. But we only have one category left, so we're almost done. I have lips for you. So they have come out with the Colourboost Vinylicious liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Barbie's favorite. And this is well, it's not really a liquid lipstick. It's like a very pigmented lip gloss, I'd say. And it kind of stains your lips as well. And that is a shade right there. It's just a very nice, glossy, bright, pinky shade. And yeah, I thought that would be a fun shade to wear for the spring, summertime. And they also revamped their Shine lipsticks. This is the Color Up Shine On number 6 in the shade Strawberry Popsicle, and Color Me Up Shine On number 14 in Leather Vamp. And I don't know about you, but I quite like this packaging. It's not the fanciest. It feels a little plasticky cheap, but I like the look of these. I like looking at them. Now, I've got this one, which you will think, oh no, that's like a dark blue lipstick, but these are sheer. So it's very sheer, so you definitely will only get like a wash of color with these. This one has to be my favorite of the two because it has a really nice sort of like, well, popsicle shade to it. So that's the strawberry shade. And Essence also has come out with some other lipsticks. These are the This Is Me Nude Lipstick with Shea Butter in the shade Retro Macaroon. I didn't really see any other shades in that line that I wanted to pick up, but it has this like teardrop applicator, and then you click it in order to push it up. I already clicked it a little further when I first swatched this, so I will be able to use that in a minute. And that is Retro Macaroon. I will be applying this, and I will be topping it off with this. This is the Holo Wow Dewy Lip Shine, and this is a crazy effect in Butterfly Flap. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there. It's like orange and pink. It's really nice opaque. The teardrop makes it very easy to apply around your Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to top it off with this lip gloss. that it smells bad. Definitely gives a little bit of like nice shine to the lip. And then Essence has also come out with setting spray. This is the Instant Matte Makeup Setting Spray. It says that you can use this either as a primer to start with a more matte finish, or you can use it after you've applied your makeup to mattify things and to make it last longer. And I'm afraid that since the primer spray was so like, had such big drops, that this might as well. So I'm first going to, yeah, so you definitely have to give it a good couple of sprays for it to become a mist. Of course, I haven't tried it yet. This is the first time I'm putting this on. I cannot tell you anything about whether this actually makes my makeup last longer, but I think it's definitely worth a shot. Those were all the products that I have to show you today. As you can see, there's quite a bit here. Essence definitely came out with a couple of fun new products again. I think that the things I still have to try a little bit more are the palettes and the sprays. The sponge seems quite promising as well. I don't really get the blush papers. I really don't. I think this palette, this glow palette, is really nice too. And I think that these glitters are incredibly fun, and I definitely would like to get a few more of those, I think. So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'm definitely going to be doing more of these in the future when Essence and Catrice revamp their line again. They do this every single 6 months, so expect the next ones to come up sometime in, I don't know, July, August, maybe September, around that time of year. That's when the next installment will definitely be rolling around. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more of me, and I make new videos every single week. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!